Today I want to show you a couple things, and especially how to create a nice atmosphere for your track, how to fill that stereo space. The atmosphere of a track is a really important part, and it can really make your track stand out and unique to your listeners if the atmosphere is well done. And I'm going to show you a couple of tricks to how to achieve that. Because at the moment I'm recording the video, the latest pack, which is in fact not out actually at the moment, but maybe you're viewing this video and the pack probably is out or soon to be. So you should maybe go take a look. The latest pack I'm going to work with is the Ghost Tech pack from Ghost Hack, which was done for techno, tech trance, tech house, tech everything that needs the industrial and techno-ish feel to it, more machine feeling. So that's the pack I'm going to use, and also I'm going to use for this time. Usually I work on psychedelic trance more, but for this video I felt like working on a more techno template. So to show you, so that here I did something with the pack. In fact I have 3 elements. I got myself a kick from the Drum Hero pack from Ghost Hack. I have the Ghost Tech bass, the knock bass. And just to show how powerful the sounds are out of the box, I won't use any processing or anything. So there's only a kickstart on the knock bass channel just to give it a side chain. So there's the kick right here that I showed you, and finally there's like a hi-hat. That's pretty much it. But that's not the goal for today's video. But I felt like having this template to work with, and now that we have that bass line, just simple kick and bass line. So we're gonna work on filling that atmosphere and creating just everything around that that kick and bass. I'm going to cycle through some leads or just some sounds that from the Ghost Tech pack, and once I find something interesting, the preset I choose is going to be the basis for our atmosphere. That's nice. That's the same preset, but way lower. Even work with that. Oh, that's nice. All right. So now we have that. What we want to do is get just a simple note. This is good, and that preset actually already has quite a good amount of reverb and delay. That maybe not that much delay, but what I'm gonna put more reverb in the patch, and also I'm gonna put some reverb in the processing here. There's a little chain that I already have. I'm gonna present to you. So if we listen to the track, that's good, but maybe longer. Yeah, okay. Making it longer is just to be sure that I'm going to have lots of sounds to work with. So now this is the channel from the resampling. Ooh. All right, so now I'm gonna add some reverb. This is a free reverb plugin. It's called Oriel River. All right, so that's the huge difference. So what I did is I took the this is the default preset. All right, and I actually just couldn't put more decay, more wet, just set more wet signal. And the thing is with the atmosphere, of course, after that we're going to EQ everything, but it's always good to, because right now I'm working with some very low note, a low signal that has a lot of low frequency, right? So the thing I want to avoid is having what I call is like a low frequency soup to have. Of course, we're gonna need to EQ it, but what I think you could do is actually lower the low. Lowering the low frequencies in the signal, that could be a good thing to start with. So right now we have a real reverse, so now lots of reverb. You can make it bigger or maybe tighter, but for this example, I want it bigger. And just for fun, because it is fun, I'm going to put the Vox tube amp, which is a saturation plugin. Maybe one day I will do a tutorial on saturation, but it is so important that you saturate your sounds to make them bolder, to make them to enhance your sound. So saturation is a good way to do that. Yeah, and Vox the tube amp is like a tube style saturation. So the thing why I put this here is because I'm going to resample with Edison. I'm going to record the audio and use it in audio. So if I can already put some processing in there, it's similar to doing photo editing. The better your source is, the better the final product can be. So why not a bit of processing here? Same thing, this IVGI. This is IVGI 2, in fact, because I wanted to give some love to those two plugins right here. Those are freeware. And again, this is a soft saturation plugin. It's without the two saturation units, the sound is a bit colder, it's a bit thinner, but with the saturation, it's a bit warmer. Usually those two, that's what they do. They're gonna give you a warmer sound. So yeah, now that's the chain we have right now. We could even maybe already put an EQ just again to have a good source. So for sure we don't need we don't need anything below 50 here. And that what happened here is I have a preset for high pass. If you don't have it yet on your own, I'm going to put it default. What you could do with the parametric EQ is the high pass, and you want to get the order steep 8. All right, so I'm going to remove pretty much all that low frequency soup, because we already have a baseline, right? So there's already something here, and we want to fill up that area. So now we are ready to record. We're going to record that. And one thing important about when you're going to record that, you want to leave the long reverb tail. You don't want to cut it prematurely. You want that really long reverb tail. So all right, that's great. So what I'm going to do, tools normalize. So you want to work with normalized sounds. All right, so for now, we don't need that anymore. I have my atmosphere here. Could put it, frankly, you can put it anywhere. I can easily chop the clip and slide it to the grid. Uh, really basic thing you could do in that situation. Now we have a nice stab. What you can do is paste another one here and make unique and reverse it. And so now I have. All right, so this is like really basic, I would say. This is the full clip, but you don't want, if you're going to do the reverse thing, you don't want that that part actually. You don't want this part on the reverse, because if we listen here, it's not that good. Well, we can maybe do something with that later. But all right, so this is like basic atmosphere thing. So I have the stab and I have the like reverb tail. But right now, what I can do is put it a step further here, and so basically this is the stab original, and the reverse now has its channel. And what I can do is put like again some reverb. So what it's going to do is, when it's going to get that reverse sound, it's going to be it's going to have reverb signal on it. Could be even maybe longer still. You want to get rid of those low frequencies, sorry. And also, why not some delay? So first thing, when right now the delay is a bit it's a bit too large, taking too much space. So but the timing in my opinion is good. I'm gonna make it ping pong and give it a slight offset on the pan, so it's wider right now. And another trick to maybe trim the signal is on your feedback. Right now, by default, it's the low pass, but it's not really working because it's off. When it's all the way like this, the cutoff, you can see it here, the feedback cutoff is off. But if you put it like this, what's going to do is every time the signal is going to be delayed, it's going to be high passed. So again, it's good. It's a good way to avoid having those low frequency in excessive amount. Okay. Starting to get something good. So right now what I see is this is nice, but maybe if it's repeating like right away, it's not. It's okay, but maybe we could do the same pattern, or we could maybe even still work with that sample, but do something else. So I'm going to make unique. So right now I have, this is the first one. I'm going to change the color so we can all follow here. This is the stab, this is the reverse plus delay, and this one is going to have its own channel again. And maybe why not? Maybe something. Well, it's not so much techno-ish, but I have the T4 Strands Gate here. Again, it's another freeware. Um, so it's mostly it's gating. It's gating the. And for those of you that own FL Studio and have access to gross beat, it's you can do it with gross beat too. All right, so it's a gate, and you can add. There's delay here embedded in the plugin. All right, so similar patterns. I'm still working with the stab I have here, but I've put a gate effect plus some delay. So oh, I like that rhythmic, that rhythm. So why not put some reverb again? I'm a huge reverb fan, but sometimes you need to watch out because at the mixing and mastering stage, there's a lot of compression is going to be applied, and what it's going to do to your reverb, it's going to make it pop really. All that reverb signal is going to appear much louder. So again, be careful with the reverb. But at some point, you'll start to have like your sweet spots. You'll start to know the exact amount you need to put. So I have this. And why not try to make like a reverse out of this, like with the gate. Again, going to make unique, reverse it. I actually I didn't bother to put it on the grid because I actually like the rhythm that it's giving. And maybe what I can do now is just and this one is good, but I'm gonna put some reverb again. But just like this amount, this reverb is actually acting like it's kind of gluing everything together, because if this one is the reverse effect is cool, but when it's done, if it stops just like all of a sudden, it's like it's not helping to the atmosphere. But if I put reverb, you know, it's less noticeable that it ends right there. Or could have it actually even similar to what the treatment of the other one, similar to this one, the orange one, number 2, that has some delay to it. I could actually put some delay. So yeah, okay. Right now we're going to listen to that, and what I want to know is if I actually could use you know, all these as a loop, right? Like atmosphere loop. We're going to see if it's good. Cool. Right now, all right. So for these, we're good to go. What would be left to do is take all these by doing Control, and you just push Control and you slide it. And I'm going to route them to this track only, and this is going to be my stab ambience group. All right, and give it this nice color. So right now it's, well, because what I did is I made sure you've seen, like, while we were listening, I was adjusting the level. So all the levels, in my opinion, right now are pretty much done. I could actually do a bit more, but in terms of leveling, it's good right now. What I could do is use that, let's say, TDR feedback compressor, or any compressor. I actually this, because this one again is a freeware. I like it, and you could use the Fruity compressor, but the thing is to apply compression on that group, so it's so that it's going to give like a consolidating feeling, like they're unified. Why not? Well, not necessarily drum bus, but why not mastering tight? All right, sounds fine to me. Another thing is I would put that ozone imager here again. Well, it was free for a while. I believe it is still. Try to get this one free, because it's like it is like the imaging module from ozone, but not multi-band but single band. But for a channel like this, it's just perfect. So going to wide things up, just again to really also, because those sounds are nice, right? But we want them to be the atmosphere and not like in your face. So what we'll want to do is maybe spread things up, so we're going to perceive the atmosphere a bit farther in the back, or just farther, and it's going to leave space for leads or other elements we want to put up more upfront. So let's do that. Just for fun, that would be more like in mono. Good. And last thing would be to get rid of those low frequency. Let's see. Let's use span and see how many low frequencies there are. Aha. So there's a lot of undesired stuff here, and actually, this is really important in every aspect. EQing is important in every aspect of your production. But if you want to achieve nice atmosphere, it's like a must that your atmosphere doesn't like interfere with the other elements. Like it's really the heart of putting your atmosphere behind everything and making it fit there properly. So this is part of it. Actually, we'll see, but below 100 hertz, there's nothing interesting to me there. All right, so just to finish, I will disable the FX slot. Yeah, that's much better. So if you don't have those plugin in particular, you could use another imager. Well, you must add this one. But if you don't work in FL Studio, you could use another EQ just to get rid of the low frequencies, and any good compressor that could, that you could use in bus or group. So that's it. And like I could have gone again and again, but that's just with one preset. That's just with that preset we've used here, which is the fish. I could take more of this preset, or just another preset, and make like a many sounds that dance together in the atmosphere. And we didn't even did some filter, but you could actually get some filter action in there, like band pass, low pass, high pass, and just to make things moving, keep things in movement. Yeah, there's many things I can do, but for now that's going to be it. So that was how to create a nice atmosphere. I hope it will help you guys in your future tracks and future projects to make something that stands out and get creative. All right, I'll see you in another tutorial.